Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Jose.
I'm Julian, and we speak the word.
Today, we have another very special guest, Alberto.
My name is actually Miguel.
But I call him Alberto, and that's all that matters. What's good, Alberto? How are you doing right now?
I don't have a mic in my face.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good actually. I like today. Today's nice and dark. I love it.
Of course. It's a pretty good day for a podcast. Nice wind, nice skies, and the brand new equipment we got just for y'all. So this is gonna be a good one for sure. Y'all better be ready.
Okay. So, now we're gonna go on to our first topic, being responsibilities, how they shape you.
Why?
Responsibilities is our first topic.
Okay.
Responsibilities, how they shape you.
Okay. So the way responsibilities shape you is like as a person because what?
Like shape you, my boy. Shape you like as a whole. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
my fault, my fault.
That's what I'm saying. How they shape me.
My fault.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Don't listen to him. His podcast
You
sucks.
really insulted me, my
No,
own
I love
podcast.
him. I love him. I love him more.
You
Okay,
keep
so
it
basically,
in.
so the responsibilities, so how they shape me. Basically, it's just like making a choice for me. Anytime I make a choice, whenever I'm responsible to do something, I'd always want to pick, what I'm responsible for doing. But sometimes, I end up slipping up, and it makes me a changed person because now I'm doing something else instead of doing what I was supposed to do. And I think that that shapes me like in a bad way because obviously I should be prioritizing what's like most necessary at that moment, but sometimes I want to prioritize my fun, which isn't really that good because like I said, it distracts me from what I should be doing.
Couldn't have said it better. You have to put your
Yeah, he couldn't.
responsibilities first. Like you have to put them in an order like him.
Yeah, like
Like you
me.
really got to make sure your schedule set up well and all that.
Shout out my girlfriend.
And I like the way he said it all. Like making sure that you have like a strong. All right, like I know I'm gonna do this when I get home. I'm gonna do this next stuff like that. Like a nice schedule can really take you far away, and it correlates with responsibilities. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You just leave it like that,
Mhm.
and connecting responsibilities to a different thing, a very important thing. You're a middle sibling, right?
Yeah, I'm in the middle child.
He's a middle child. Yeah, I heard it here first. And I know, me personally, I'm not. I'm the older child. I got a little brother, but hearing stories, hearing things, it's hard being the middle sibling. Can you
So yeah,
no? Can you
being
like agree with that or no?
yeah, no, I can definitely agree.
Well, in more specific topic, in that being the middle sibling, how
Middle
does
child.
this make you the person you are? And what are the things, or what are some of the things you have to do? Like, I know you definitely have to take care of your younger sibling, you know, but how does that pressure of being the middle one, or like, can you just tell us a little bit about the situation about being the middle sibling?
Okay, so being the middle child obviously makes you an older to one of your siblings and younger to one of your siblings, which can be a huge hassle sometimes because sometimes you're like trusted to take care of your own siblings, even though you're the middle child. And the stereotypes are kind of true because it's always said that the middle child always gets put through the hardest things ever. I would like to think so because, my life hasn't been so great with my family, but, I still love everyone in my family. Being the middle child can be awesome sometimes because it's like, wow, I'm the third born. It's pretty cool. Like, then there's people after me. So I think it's just cool. Middle child experience is kind of whack, but I still love it. I appreciate being a middle child.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. There's ups and downs to anything in life. Family specifically, what we're talking about right now. There's just ups and downs. Family. No one's family is perfect. I'll put it like that. And yeah, having siblings is hard as well. But yeah, you said it perfectly. But you gotta
Thank you,
balance it pretty well. And I think you're doing pretty good right now.
thank you.
And you just gotta keep doing that and everything. And like you said, be grateful.
Yeah.
You got your family. Be grateful. You have some family. Some people don't. You got anything to say, June, or something like that, or nah?
I guess to I don't know what Jose had to say. You know, not everyone has like a huge family. Sometimes it's only like an only child, but you have to be grateful regardless because your family is still there to love you and appreciate you. And even at times, where you might not have like those parents of yours, like they might not support you, you still gotta be supporting yourself and loving yourself because deep down, it's really what these choices mean to you and not what they mean to other people.
Definitely. At the end of the day, what people gotta say is whatever. Like, as I have said it better, it's whatever what people say. You gotta push through it regardless. It's gonna be haters out there. R7, but it's whatever. You gotta push through the haters, prove them wrong, and you'll be all right. Am I right, Julian?
Yeah, yeah. I agree with what they said. Obviously, I can't really talk about this topic much because I'm not a middle child like our guest Miguel here. I only have an older brother. He's like 6 years older, 6 age difference. But I can't really say much on this topic. All I can do is just agree basically on what they said, and yeah.
Definitely.
So, our next topics are about health. I forgot to mention this in the first clip. I'm a little sick, so we're gonna be diving into health. So, staying healthy is first. So, our guest Miguel, what would you say you do to stay healthy?
I'm not necessarily the healthiest person. Um, so what I would usually do is I eat. Usually, to stay healthy, you should be eating 3 meals a day, but I generally eat two big portions like of meals a day, and I also drink like a lot of water because water is obviously good for you. You shouldn't be drinking stuff that has a lot of sugar, and neither should we be drinking a lot of caffeine. Even though I'm a very strong coffee lover, I drink like every single once in a while. Yeah, but like sometimes I be chugging coffee every single day, which isn't that healthy. But it's recommended that you minimize like on the caffeine. But overall, like just being healthy, you just have to like eat 3 meals a day, drink plenty of water, make sure you're getting enough exercise, and just staying like fit, like being active.
Um, Everything he said was pretty true. You know, it's important to do all that. What he said.
Yeah,
Health is wealth. At the end of the day, the healthier you are, the longer you're gonna live. Um, it all depends on your lifestyle. The amount of hours people are sleeping. That's an issue nowadays. That I'm seeing a lot. Going to sleep late, horrible, 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 horrible. It can really take a toll on you. Takes down a couple years from your life, and the youth nowadays isn't really considerate about that, and I think that's an issue we're having right now. But hopefully, hopefully that gets fixed, or people start taking that seriously. Hopefully,
yeah. Honestly, it would be good if people like started sleeping earlier because sometimes when you don't sleep as early, you really risk growth as a person, and I mean that literally as in height and like as you grow on because sleep also like it's correlated to how long you'll live, just like Jose said. So, at the end of the day, you want to be getting the most amount of sleep you can, like 8 hours regularly, but, not overdoing it at the same time, not sleeping the whole day because, you got to be fit too.
Yeah, what they said. So the topic, next question is healthy relationships. So our guest Miguel here is actually in a relationship. No, he has a girlfriend. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about that. So healthy relationships. So what would what would you say you do to keep your relationship healthy? Like what are some of the things you do?
Okay, so some of the things I do is that I'm really open with my girlfriend. If anything happens, I let her know. I communicate with her. I try and be as open as possible. Like if she wants to check my phone, I let her check my phone. There's nothing I gotta hide. She could be on my phone 24/7, and I wouldn't care. I don't hesitate at all. So you gotta really build that trust with that person. And me and my girlfriend, we let each other see whatever. If we have a question, we always answer truthfully. And there's always ups and downs in a relationship, but at the end of the day, me and her work through it. We fix that, and we have that healthy relationship that we have now. I love her.
it's definitely communication is key in anything, and relationships that applies as well. If you're not talking to your partner, something bothers you, and you're not communicating. There's no way for that other person to let me change something, let me do something to help. Like that's the key to a lot of things. Many issues can get resolved with speaking, and yeah, and yeah, just having mutual respect for each other. I think that's another good thing to have in a relationship. Having mutual respect for each other. Um, always respect them. You know, a man gotta respect women. Of course, that's number one thing. We were raised like that, and we gotta keep that. Keep passing that. Mutual respect to anyone in general. Not women. Not women specifically, but respect to anyone you meet. I think that's a good thing to to have and to take into consideration.
Uh, just like Jose said, yeah, communication is key because at the end of the day, nobody's a mind reader. No one can read your mind. So if something's really bothering you, you should really communicate that to your partner, or like not even necessarily being in a relationship. You can communicate it to anyone that you trust because at the end of the day, they'll help you out. And sometimes you might be hesitant. You think that someone will make fun of you if something like embarrassing or like that you consider embarrassing is like happening to you, like that might make you like might want to like not lean towards telling someone, but you still got to communicate at the end of the day. You got to make sure that people know how you are, check up on people at the same time, and you have relationships with everyone at that point. Be very healthy.
Yeah, like you said, basically, communication definitely the most important thing in a relationship. Relationship, it takes two people. It can't be one sided. Two people have to put the commitment. They have to put the trust. It takes a lot to keep a relationship healthy. But yeah, honestly, if both people are willing to do it and willing to like really put effort into it, then yeah, relationship can stay healthy. Just communicate if there's a problem, try to get through it together, talk it all out, and yeah, basically if both people put effort, then that's all that matters, honestly. If both people put effort.
Mhm. Definitely, I really like the way he said, putting effort. And anything in life, we have to put effort. Depending on how much you put out, is what you're gonna receive at the end of the day. And yeah, it's a good thing to keep into consideration. And just be mindful of, I want this, but what am I doing? What can I do to make it equal, balanced? Oh, health in general. Another topic we'll talk about, health in general. Um, like I mentioned previously, I only spoke about sleeping, but health, it can take you a long way. Um, I think, yeah, I pretty much covered it all. Um, oh, I see. The question for you: importance of health in general. Do you yourself think health is important? Like, what do people do, or what could people do to change some of their bad habits or stuff like that? Like, what's your opinion on stuff
Okay, for me,
regarding
health
health?
is really important. I'm someone who has asthma and a lot of other skin conditions, which I will not be naming. But, you know, it ends up being really bad for me. So, I try my best to take care of myself. I also have acne. That is something that I have, which I be taking care of, or I do my best to. I generally think that health is important because me, as an asthmatic, I have to always watch, like, my air intake somehow. I have my asthma pump with me, at all times. And, I just make sure that I'm doing okay. Some bad habits that I see people doing that they should change is like we already mentioned, sleep. You know, it's kind of very hypocritical for me to be talking about it because I don't get sleep and right now I'm pretty tired. But people should be fixing their sleep schedules, especially since school's starting up now. And yeah, I also think that it's important. Like I said, like any nutritionist would be like, yeah, drink a lot of water, eat 3 meals a day, make sure you're being regularly fit. Doing exercise or something. Being outside at a certain point because you can't be inside all day sometimes. Even if you are inside all day, find something to do that'll keep you active instead of just, being on your phone 24/7. And, social media has also influenced such bad habits on people. It's really bad. But, just make sure social media doesn't influence you as much because, social media is a bad place. You know, it's really bad. Yeah.
I want to talk about another thing that we didn't cover. Talking about health, and there's more to health than just physical health. There's mental health. That's nothing that we didn't talk about and go over. So that's something that we would want to go over right now. So what are your opinions on like mental health? Like how would you say like like the problems of like mental health and stuff?
I feel like sometimes people don't take mental health seriously enough. Sometimes people are really going through it, and they need someone to talk to. So I think those people, people know, like they know you. Don't think that you're like by yourself in this world. You have people to talk to. Just be open with those people, because at the end of the day, even if you're physically fit, you know, if you're not emotionally there, it'll really hurt you. It could like lead into some really bad things. Me myself, I struggle with my mental health, but I try to keep myself best on track. Uh, but yeah, I think people should really be taking care of themselves. At the end of the day, have some fun. Don't be shut in all day. Because sometimes, you just gotta have fun. You gotta be happy through the things you love doing.
Yeah, mental health really important. Like they said, one thing I do for myself, me personally, I'm never I'm never gonna stress about something I can't control. That's one thing I live by. Don't stress over things you can't control. Like what? Like some examples, like he said. Okay, he said his height. Don't be stressing about height. Don't be stressing about height or like stuff like that. I guess or like damn, my day got ruined because of the weather. You can't control that or just things you can't control. I'm not a lot is coming to my mind right now, but yeah. And another thing, school. School is very stressful for a lot of people. I see a lot of people like in exams and stuff like that, stressing the day before. Like the way I see it, if you're prepared, if you were paying attention previous weeks in class and all that, if you do the simple short steps beforehand, you'll be fine. Realistically, I'm not one to be stressing about school, test work, because I know for a fact, me when I stress, I can't sleep. And if I can't sleep, full circle. You guys see it right here, and it just starts. It starts off. You see sleep leads to this and leads to that. All this health, staying healthy, exercises. It all correlates in some way. So yeah, just don't stress. That's the thing I do. Don't really try to stress over things. Yeah.
Don't stress. He said it 3 times. You heard the man.
So on the topic on school, I pay attention to school, and when we were talking about health, I'm a scholar, and they've talked about health before. There's there's four different types of health: physical health, mental health, social health, and spiritual health. So I would like to again, go over those topics again. So like social health. Social health, I would say, is very important. Socialize with other people. You don't want to, like they said, you don't want to stay indoors. You don't want to be a shut-in. That's definitely not good for social health and mental health, and maybe even honestly all forms of health. Honestly, so yeah, I definitely want to go out, socialize, and yeah. Um, any opinions on spiritual health? Anything I want to say on that?
Like my scholar friend here, he's actually an A+ student in his school. But uh, spiritual health, that's like in what you believe. If you believe in certain things and you want to manage with that, like let's say there's a certain religion you believe in, or that you believe there's only one religion, you know, that's you. Please like continue doing that because it's how you stay healthy in a way. Me personally, I'm kind of Christian in a way because my parents want me to be raised that way, and I see myself looking up to God too. So I follow that, and the way I do it, sometimes I pray regularly. Whenever something's bad happening, I pray. I read Bible verses at times. I just try my best to stay connected to God, and that's like my way of keeping my spiritual like health good.
Yeah, pretty similar to me. You know, like I've said in the previous podcast episode, just having faith in something. It doesn't. Everyone has different religions. Everyone has different things they believe in. Some people don't even believe in stuff in general. But yeah, just having something to look forward to. That's one thing I do. Connecting to spiritual health. I look forward to waking up the next day, being grateful for stuff, thanking God, stuff like that. So I guess yeah, pretty similar to Alberto.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also Christian. I believe in God. Like Alberto said, pray, read Bible verses. Keep yourself spiritually healthy. And so, yeah, we've discussed about the four different topics of health, and I want to say health is another very important thing in life. You know, we discussed on last podcast time is one of the most important things, and another thing that I would say here is health is another very very important thing. As important as time because you got to be able to keep healthy to live a long life. Health is very important. It's basically your life. If you're not healthy in any of those forms, then it's going to be difficult going through life like that. You need to be healthy and be able to be prepared for any situation, whether it's physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. So yeah, you got to be prepared to be healthy.
Yeah, said it pretty well. Be grateful for everything. So the next topic we'll be going over is life after high school and high school. So Alberto, can you tell us a bit about your high school experience so far? We're about to be seniors, our last year in high school, thank God. But can you give us, how have these 4 years been? Tell us a bit about that, and then go into what you think, or what your goals or dreams or plans after high school are, whatever they are. You don't know, stuff like that.
That would be good at first. In high school were not so great at the same time. I always start off good, end off like shit. Um, YouTube, please don't demonetize this. But uh, you know, at the end of the day, for me, I love school, and my plans after high school are to go to college because obviously I want to make my parents proud. I want to at least go through one career and see what I like. Because as of right now, I'm thinking about engineering. I want to be some sort of engineer. I'm not sure what kind of engineer yet, but it's something that I'm looking forward to being. So that's why I want to go to college. But my high school years haven't been so great. Sometimes my grades are looking really bad. But I'm really hoping that this senior year I can do it way better. I could probably make a comeback. But I really have to put in that work, and I have to be like on top of it this time because it is my last year in high school. So
Yeah, you just gotta focus. Focus. That's pretty much all the advice I could
yeah,
give you from what I heard.
focus.
Focus up, lock
Hmm.
in last year, ended off
Yeah,
strong. Hopefully you did good last year, right? Or no?
maybe.
Decent?
I did decent. I
Well,
didn't do too well.
last year is what pretty much counts for your applications and
Wow,
college
that
and stuff like
means
that. But
I'm down.
hopefully, good luck. I wish you the best.
I wish myself the best too.
Yeah. And then yeah, just wish him the best. For me, I guess yeah, similar, same thing. High school, finish it off strong. My high school year's been pretty well. Started off amazing, like I went all the way up ninth grade. It was good. It was a good year. I missed ninth grade for real. And then what? Yeah, freshman year off easy, and then yeah, just went with the flow. Stay consistent. That's what I could recommend for y'all. That's what I did. So and it'll be good. Finish went by quick. Just enjoy it. Pretty much all I gotta say. And yeah, college. I want to major in criminology. Become an FBI agent. Fed at art. Um, just help the world, man. Help the world. Spread the word. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, me, I don't know. My high school experience has been pretty bad. I was doing horrible in high school, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Um, After high school, I have I'll say I have quite a bit of possibilities. I have quite a bit of options that I could do. So for now, while I'm still in high school, I'm just exploring those possibilities. Exploring possibilities and getting more options. So that when I do finish high school, I have multiple paths I could choose from. Like for now, I'm just like I guess I'm just trying to like learn for now and then after high school, I could see which option, which path I like best, and which I do best, and just follow that, I guess. So yeah, and I'd say enjoy your years of high school. Like Jose said, next year is we're going to senior year, and yeah, that's it. We're almost done with high school basically. So enjoy your years of high school while you can. Because you're only going to go to high school once. That's it. When you graduate, you're probably not going to see those people that you went to school with. So make it fun. Obviously, don't mess around too much, like I did. You want to focus on your actual education. You want to focus on your education, do well. At the same time, have some fun. Don't stress too much.
Definitely, just explore your past. Don't settle for less. Always shoot for the stars. That's one thing I go by. Shoot for the stars. Whatever you want is possible. Realistically, anyone can do whatever they want, and don't let people tell you what you can do or what you can't do. You know, the haters out there told me and Julian we couldn't do this, and look at us now, R7.
They're not
But
doing
yeah,
it.
they told us we couldn't do it, and now we're here. Uh, the better lighting is coming soon.
Yeah.
Um, it's a bit delayed in the mail, but it's coming soon, and yeah,
Hmm.
we're just gonna be consistent with this, and yeah, just
Hmm.
explore your past,
Yeah.
do things that you want to do, do in the future when y'all get a job and stuff
Of
like that.
course.
When we get a job, just get a job that makes you happy. Realistically, you don't want to be miserable your whole life. Do whatever you want. Realistically, that's the thing I gotta say for ya. And yeah, we'll move on to our next topic. We're almost done with that.
So moving on to our next topic. Our next topic is pressure from parenting. So we're gonna be talking about pressure from parenting. Our guest Miguel has quite a bit to talk about on this topic, I would say. So go ahead.
Pressure from parents. I don't think it's any like goals for like school. Obviously, my parents want me to do good, but sometimes I don't do well. They tell me I should do better, but I try my best. The most of the pressure could be from like I guess going out with my friends because sometimes I have a curfew, which is a really big thing. I right now should be going home, but I'm kind of disobedient at times, and I have a very bad influence around me sometimes. But
No, absolutely not.
absolutely, yeah. But
We follow rules around here.
yeah, they don't. But at times it's difficult to set with those expectations of my parents. So I'm always trying to watch myself, trying to be careful, and yeah, I don't really have too much pressure from my parents. I love my parents still. So yeah.
Just have respect for your parents. Yeah, just whatever they say goes. Basically, we still live under their rules, but at the same time, we're kids. You
Kids are
know,
rebellious.
I guess yeah, rebellious. He,
He is.
he's not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
It
I'm
took a
not.
long time to get him on this podcast, but he's finally here, so that's good.
Yeah, he
Um,
amuses me.
he'll get in trouble when he gets home, but it doesn't really
Sadly,
matter. The next day,
it does.
he'll go away. He'll be
It
fine.
won't.
All right, Alberto. So yeah, that's that pressure from parents. Um, yeah, I feel like I could speak for everyone. I feel like your parents have like high standards. You know, they spent a lot of years working on you, and you have to, in a way, make it worth it. Like I have kids. Like they probably think like, oh, I had kids, and like if they're nothing, that's bad. You gotta be worth it. Realistically, that's how I see it. Like you can't let them down. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't let them down because at
Hmm.
the end of the day, you're the you're the person that's gonna be looking out, looking, caring for your parents in the future. Everyone's getting old. Everyone's gonna get old, and you're gonna have to be that one steps up to the plate, and you're gonna become a parent yourself if that's what y'all want.
Yeah.
But that's the way I see things. You gotta
That's
take
for kids.
responsibility and just have respect for your parents. Sometimes you could do stuff like what Alberto's doing, but not too much.
Don't do it as often as I do it. It really sucks. Like right now, someone's texting me. I should be going home. But
All right.
the influence around me is telling me not to.
Well, we got to do the podcast, man. We got to
Yeah,
spread
but
the word.
yeah, yeah.
All
He has
right.
3 kids though.
Me?
Yeah.
What? I don't got. I know. I don't have kids.
It does.
All right, Alberto. Um.
Quadruplets,
So the last thing we're gonna speak about today,
thankfully.
our closer basically,
Mhm.
is importance of
Please don't.
reflection. So like what I mean by that, let me clarify a bit. Importance of reflection.
Please hurry.
Importance of reflection is basically like what we're doing right now. We're sitting, talking, and reflecting on what we're doing. We're talking about serious topics, our goals, and stuff like that. Do you believe it's important to reflect on your things? Like, for example, sit down on your bed at the end of the day and be like, what good things did I do? Like when I went to camp in my past, I would sit down in my cabin. I would go around in a circle and say a glow and something that didn't go as well, like a glow of the day and something bad or something like that, or like something that could have been better. So like, what do you think about that? What do you think about reflecting, and reflection?
It's always important to reflect because at the end of the day, you want to know that this part. Okay. At the end of the day, you want to like reflect on the decisions you made because life's all about making choices, and sometimes we make the wrong choice. But just because we make the wrong choice doesn't mean that we're bad people. So we reflect on that, and that's our way of like building ourselves back up again. We might do wrong, but we fix that. We right our wrongs. Just because one bad thing happens doesn't mean the rest of your life is going to be bad. That's why we need reflection in our lives to like show us that, to build it us as like people, to know that everyone's human. We all make mistakes, and that's going to happen.
I agree. Reflecting is important. I'd say I reflect quite a bit. It's important to look back on things, reflect, and the thing about reflection is you could learn from reflecting. So you reflect back on something that happened, and you could analyze it and learn like, okay, this and this happened and stuff. Reflecting, it's kind of like you should take time to reflect. It's kind of like a pause. Like if you ever just sitting down, you have free time, just reflect. Reflect about your goals and stuff. Your goals, what you want to do, things you've learned. There's a lot that you could reflect about, honestly, and everyone should just sit down for a moment and reflect about everything. So yeah, I say reflection is pretty important.
Yeah, it's just like he says, slowing down time, sit down with yourself, like what I previously stated. Sometimes you can reflect with others if that's what you want, or you can reflect by yourself, or you can reflect in writing, through writing. Write down what you feel that day, stuff like that. It's all important. Letting it out sometimes, just expressing what you're feeling in that moment. It could be good for you instead of bottling it up, and then it's another problem from there. So yeah, just reflecting. It's an essential thing to life, and I think everyone should be doing that. Reflecting, because like reflection allows you to recognize your mistakes and then improve from those mistakes afterwards. So yeah, I feel like just doing that, taking small steps like that, it could really change the outcomes of your days in the future. Like I tomorrow I'm gonna do this and that, and I'm gonna do it with a good attitude. That's what I do. Every time I step foot in the school, thank you, I'm here. It's gonna be a good day. That's the way I go through my day. And yeah, just reflecting, like that's a form of reflection. Just putting it out into the world, whatever you want, it most likely will. That's why it's not good to be negative. It's not good to you know make yourself feel less, because that's just gonna affect you at the end of the day. Whatever you put out into the world, it's gonna come back at you. That's the way I think. And yeah,
So that's about all the topics we've covered on the podcast. So now we're gonna conclude it. So the main things that we've talked about are health and reflection. let's say those are very important. Like I said, I talked about reflection and stuff. It's very important, and health as well. Like I said on the last podcast, time is very important, and in this one, I would say also health. Health is very important. As I said before, it's literally just it's basically life. If your health is bad, then you're gonna be struggling. With all different types of health: physical health, mental health, social and spiritual health. You need to be a healthy individual. Take care of yourself. Be a strong individual. Be able to be prepared for anything that happens. Be prepared physically, mentally, and everything. Honestly. So yeah, it's nothing. Take care of your health. It's one of the most important things and one of the most valuable things that you have, and it's something that you're most of the time able to control. Like they said before. Many things you could do to improve your health. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like to thank both my friends here for letting me be on their podcast, even though I'm currently probably gonna get my ass beat, but it's fine. I loved being here. I really enjoyed the experience. Uh, these topics to talk about. It's always great to like have this time to talk because you never really know when you're actually gonna talk again. So I'm grateful to be here, and I would like to thank the both of them for like letting me be here.
Thank you, Alberto. We really appreciate you being here. Like I said before, it was a struggle getting this man here.
It
It was a
was.
struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just grateful it happened. The vid is gonna be a bit delayed. It was supposed to be up on Sunday,
Been past.
Sunday, September 1st, but it's gonna be up by tomorrow, most likely, September 3rd. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. I hope y'all made it to the end. But yeah, all these topics were important. The health, all that. One of my great mentors, Dr. Mangrum, from my professor at Syracuse University, told me one thing that really stuck to me, and that was an able-bodied person will always get taken seriously over a person who's not. You guys know what able-bodied is?
Obviously.
Okay, then. Able-bodied. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You're
Yeah.
able to move, to be physically active, healthy, all that. And that's very important. That covers everything we just said. And that just shows that with this platform, we're teaching y'all this, hopefully letting y'all see into the truth of the world. But this all, at the end of the day, this all comes from people who taught us. And of course, gratitude to them, gratitude to y'all for doing this, gratitude to y'all, the viewers, and gratitude to you, Alberto, for being here. Yeah, he's going to get beat when he gets home, not too drastically, but
Hopefully not.
it'll be worth it.
Yeah. Well,
It's good, and yeah, it was a good podcast overall. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got not much else to say.
Shout out to my girlfriend because she's probably gonna watch this maybe. But shout out to her.
Thank you, Alberto. Once again, we appreciate you coming on to the podcast. It's been a great podcast. We spoke about a lot of good topics, like we said previously in the previous clip, and it was just an amazing evening, amazing night with you. Good stuff, man.
Yes, indeed. Good,
No,
good stuff.
they're
Thank
probably
you,
gone.
thank you for being here, Alberto. Um, it was quite a process to get you on here. Definitely gonna get beat when you get home, but that's fine. Thank you for taking your time and coming here with us and having a nice, lovely chat with us.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Did you?
I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a pretty solid podcast. It's only getting better from here. Lighting is coming soon. Yeah, I trust. All right then. Any last words?
Shout out to my family,
promotions?
my girlfriend, my siblings. Even though that's part of my family. My Instagram is modest Miggy. Currently, I'm working on it. So at modest Miggy. There's nothing there. Low key, just follow me. Why not? Just do that.
Yeah, just follow the boy.
Just follow me.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. Come tap in the next podcast. Podcast next week. Yeah, next week, I think, or at the end of this week or something like that. We'll try to get it out soon. Another good guest coming up next, and thank ya. And yeah, like y'all tap in, subscribe, follow, and I follow the socials and all that. TikTok, we on TikTok as well. Hope y'all know that. Same name, same everything. And yeah, we trying our best right here.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, like you said, hope you follow us on this journey. Again, I keep saying, we're just two teenagers, working on a little project. So I hope you can accompany us on this
and I hope y'all spread the word.
because we speak the word.
Thank y'all.